Hello, this is a brief overview and introduction to my basic training website. This is for reviewing the basic facts of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. The 5 steps are to do a pre-assessment to find out what facts you need to work on, look at the meanings of the operations, consider some strategies so you're not just using rote memorization, practice using games and online worksheets, and then do a post-assessment to see how well things are going. 2 websites that are very useful are mathsisfun.com and multiplication.com. This is the Maths is Fun website. It is designed for children, but it's also useful for teenagers and college students. If you click numbers on the left-hand side, you can see that we can work on addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. I'll go ahead and click multiplication. It starts with a very nice multiplication table that you can investigate. For example, if you hover over this, we see that 9 times 5 is 45. You can also get a printable version in large size, or you can have a small size that you might put into a notebook. I recommend that you print out a times table. At the multiplication.com website, they have lots of online quizzes and pre-tests. Here's a pre-test to do a pre-assessment. You just type in the numbers online. I'll just type in a few answers to demo this. Then you click Finished. And it shows you how many you got wrong. And up here at the top, I had 5 correct, and it also tells you the time and the date. These can also be printed. So the first step is to do a pre-assessment. Then you want to take your multiplication table or your addition table that you have printed out and mark the facts that you need to practice. For example, maybe we need to work on the 8 facts from 8 times 6 through 8 times 12. So we would highlight those. And then as we're learning them, we'll check them off. The next thing to think about are the meanings of the operations. I have a section on the website for meanings of the operations, but here's one nice meaning of multiplication as an array or an area model. A 3 by 7 rectangle is going to be made up of 21 squares. The next step is developing strategies for recall. For example, let's say you're having a hard time remembering what 6 times 7 is. One strategy is to use a helping fact. For example, you might know that 7 times 7 is 49. 6 times 7 is going to be 1 7 less than that, so we get an answer of 42. Or another helping fact for 6 times 7 would be to double 3 times 7. If you know 3 times 7 is 21, 21 is easy to double in your head and you get 42. So, for each of the problems that you need to work on, whether it's addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division, you need to develop some strategies that work for you to recall them. Then you need to practice. There are some good practice games and online quizzes and worksheets at mathsisfun.com, multiplication.com, and aamath.com. Here's a car wash game at multiplication.com. Let's say I want to work on the 8 facts. So I click 8 here. It is possible to turn off the sound, which I think is a good idea. 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 6 is 48. 8 times 5 is 40. And we continue to practice. And if we do get something wrong, it keeps track right down here as to how many we get right and wrong. A very quick way to practice facts and get immediate feedback. The final step is to do a post assessment.